Hey friend, welcome. I am shipping out 18 things and it includes the last of April, so the 30th of April. So at the end, we'll chat about my April numbers and how much profit I made from reselling items on eBay. I just want to start right off and then I'll show you what I'm doing. The very first thing is this vintage Oshkosh little romper. Oh my goodness, I love finding vintage Oshkosh. I have had some really good luck with that. If you're interested later, you can check out this video where I sold quite a bit of vintage Oshkosh. This, I don't know, it's just so cute. This I'm going to ship out in a flat rate envelope. This is a free envelope from the post office. I try to use free and cheap as much as I can because it just eats into my profit if I have to pay for my shipping supplies, and there are some things that I pay for, which I'll tell you about in a bit. I'm just gonna wrap this up in some tissue paper and stick it in my flat rate envelope. I have all my stuff ready. This is my pile of items that are shipping out today. These are my stickers that I keep in my little mug. The stickers are completely unnecessary, but I like them. Then I also have tape for when I need tape. I have a sweater shaver just in case, but I don't think I'll need it today. I don't have any sweaters going out. What's this called? Lint roller. And my pen. I usually have a Sharpie. I'll have to go grab one. Over here I have my stack of tissue paper, which will end up in front of me. And then I also have my padded flat rates because the next 4 items that I'm shipping out go out in a padded flat rate. I like to ship jeans. Anything that is like over a pound but will fit in there, I like to put those in there. 1, it's easy. 2, it's free. And 3, it can be more expensive, but it can keep the priority shipping down lower. So if it's over a pound and I can put it in a padded flat rate, I will. Let me show you the 4 things I'm putting in those. The first is the Carpenter. These are Carpenter Levi's shorts. Now, if you have seen any of my videos, you know that I overbuy Levi's, but these sold. These sold for $21.63. After fees and shipping, my profit is $8.66. I did find these at the bins for $1.70. Again, I overbuy on Levi's. I don't necessarily know what I'm doing, but that's not terrible. I'll take $8. I'm happy with that. I'm also realizing that I didn't actually tell you how much the Oshkosh sold for, so let me tell you real fast. That did sell for $35.93. I found that at my favorite thrift store for 77 cents, and then my profit is $21.68. So I'm much happier with that size profit than, $8. But I'll still take the $8. These I also found at my favorite thrift store. I paid 71 cents. That was my average cost of goods for the day. I didn't know what this was, but it's Diamond Cut is the brand. They are black jeans, and they're very much like, they're women's jeans. They're very much like a mom jean cut. They have a high rise. They are vintage, and I assume they're vintage because they're made in the USA and they have like a papery tag instead of like a fabric tag. Does that make sense? So these are really cool. They've got like this little detail here. They're called Diamond Cut or DC. I just thought they were awesome. And they were a really long size, especially for women's jeans. So I've had these for a few months, but they did sell for $22.65. So after fees and shipping, my profit is $10.44. These are a little pair of overalls. They are kid size. The brand is So, S-O. I'm not going to try and find the label in there. I could never find it. But it's not anything that is, I think it's like a Kohl's brand. Maybe not even Kohl's, maybe like Walmart. I'm not really sure. These were my daughters, and I was just going to put them into our consignment sale, but overalls have been selling really well for me, so I decided to go ahead and list them. The profit wasn't huge, but it was more than the, $5 I would have gotten at the consignment sale. These sold for $19.62, so after fees and shipping and my zero cost of goods because they were ours, my profit is $8.34. And then these shorts are cargo shorts, which I hear are selling really well. And actually I've sold quite a few pair of cargo shorts here recently. But these are the brand Duluth. So Duluth Trading Company. And I feel like I've sold a couple other Duluth items. Maybe, maybe not. Sometimes I don't remember if I've bought them or sold them. And oftentimes it's bought. These I bought at a St. Vincent de Paul in a different town. The buyer paid $19.65, so after fees and shipping, my profit is only $5.60. Into, a $3 investment, that's not really great, but I will tell you what happened. I ran a sale this weekend, and I kind of accidentally put my entire store on 40% off, including like things that I had just listed, including I wasn't really thinking. I ended up selling a lot, which is good, but anyway, I sold some things for significantly less than I really wanted to, and these were one of those things. I probably could have gotten a little more money if I had done 20% off or 30, but anyway, I'm gonna get these packaged up. So I have something going out media mail. I sold the CD. I'm pretty sure it is a local band in Maryland. It came from my dad. It's Junior Klein and the Recliners. I don't know. This sold for $15.17 after fees and shipping. My profit is $9.11. So thanks to my dad and my stepmom for the things that they have sent me to resell. I really appreciate that a lot. So to send this media mail, I am going to use a recycled piece of cardboard and basically just bend this in half to make a little sleeve for the CD. And then I'm going to put it into a recycled bubble mailer. So this has some padding in it, and that's it. The next item is a bra. I swore off buying more bras, and then I keep buying them. I think I'm going to unswear off buying bras because I really have had some good luck flipping bras. Finding decent brands is key, and then making sure they're in like excellent condition. So I recently, maybe a couple months ago, came across a bunch of really good condition bras in a thrift store. I paid $3 for this one. The brand is Third Love, and the buyer paid $23.27. So after fees and shipping, and of course my cost of goods, $13.27 is my my profit on this. Here's a couple reasons I like selling bras. One, they have flipped for me fairly quickly, so they just don't take very long to resell. They are easy for me to photograph, they're easy for me to ship, and they're easy to store. I mean, they don't take up that much space, and I don't have much space to store things. I bought these boxes from, I think, eBay, maybe Amazon, I don't remember, but they are 8 by 6 by 4. And I bought them specifically for hats because I have a bunch of hats, but they work really well for bras as well, especially with these molded cups. And the underwire, I don't want those damaged in shipping. Altogether, this is like 10 ounces, and so it still ships first class. It's really simple to do. So I am just going to add some tissue paper to the box and my sticker, and I'll get this taped up. I think everything else is going out in poly mailers. I have 3 different poly mailers that I choose from. This is what I use the most, and I wish I could tell you what the size is. I think they're 9 by 12. I use these the most for like t-shirts, shorts, little, I don't know, anything I can put in them. Sometimes shoes even, just depending on the shoe. I do have a pair of shoes going out, so we'll see if those fit in here. I do have a large poly mailer, which is 14 by 19, I think. And I just also bought these on Amazon. I had some larger stuffed animals that were not fitting in these blue ones. And so I bought these specifically for that, or for some larger items that just didn't weigh a pound, so they could still go first class, but weren't fitting in to my blue ones. And then I also have these eBay branded ones, and they are smaller, maybe 7 by 9, I'm guessing. But eBay, when you have an eBay store, eBay gives you a coupon to use for shipping supplies. So this is what I bought with my first quarter coupon. I actually still need to use my second quarter coupon, and I will do that soon, but I'll probably honestly just buy the same thing, because my coupon with my size of store is $25, and this was the cheapest thing, so I ended up paying like $2 out of pocket. Well, let's go ahead and start with the shoes. These are a pair of Crocs. Crocs have been iffy for me. I will tell you that if they're not the like regular Croc, kind of the classic what you think of, they have sold. So I bought these at my favorite thrift store. I paid $2 for them. The buyer paid $19.45. So after fees and shipping, my profit is $9.15, which I don't think that's bad. I am just going to wrap these in tissue paper and see if they fit in my blue poly mailer. Those were a pretty small size, like a woman's 7, so it did work, but you know, if you had a larger size, that probably wouldn't work very well. People do also have mixed feelings, including myself. I don't know if that's the best way to send shoes, but you know, I haven't had any issues yet, not meaning that there won't ever. I guess the issue is like if something really heavy got put on top of that bag, it would crush the shoe and perhaps cause some, you know, some issues with it. So I guess that's a chance I'm willing to take for, you know, $9, but I don't know, hopefully it'll work out. My sister gave me a bunch of clothes to resell, and she told me that I had to make sure to shout her out on my video. So thank you so much, Melanie. I really appreciate it. She is adorable and dresses way cuter than I ever have in my entire life. And so she had, one of the things she gave me was this H&M blazer, and it's hot pink, very hot pink. It did not photograph well, but it sold, and fairly quickly. It sold for $21.43, and after fees and shipping, my profit on that is $12.53. You know, H&M is not a brand that I would purposefully go and, you know, spend like I wouldn't have bought this for $5 at the thrift store, or even at my local Goodwill. Blazers are priced at like $7 or $8, and I definitely wouldn't have done that, but I'm so thankful. You know, $12 is a great profit, so I'm very thankful for my sister for giving me this item and some more. Oh my goodness, so many cute dresses. I believe there was another blazer in there as well. So I'm going to get this wrapped up and put into my blue poly mailer. I love selling scrubs. I recently went to a 75% off sale at a local thrift store, and I found this scrub. My average cost of goods was $1.04. So this is it. Cherokee is the brand, and it is not like Figs is like the high end brand. Like that's what you wanna shoot for. But I have had success selling, you know, Cherokee or printed extra large plus sizes. Those are really good. I don't resell these for a lot of money, but they tend, not always, they tend to sell fairly quickly for me. This is no exception. I don't even have my haul finished from when I went to that 75% off sale, and it's already sold. And I believe it's the first thing that sold from there. So it sold for a total of $12.90. Now, when I tell you how much it sold for, that's what the cost of the item was, plus the shipping that the buyer pays. It does not include the taxes because the taxes don't come to me. eBay takes care of the taxes. So what comes into my account is what the buyer paid for the item plus the shipping, and then I have to pay the shipping out of that. So that's why I do it this way. So my total profit on this item was $5.52. I 5 times my money, which I think is really good, in like a week. So I'm happy with that. Again, this was one of those things that sold in my 40% off sale that I probably would not have put in my 40% off sale because it was new. I had just listed it. So I probably could have made more money from that, but I'm still not dissatisfied with this sale. Whew, black items are tough because I have a dog, and sometimes there's just nothing you can do about it. The hair just gets places. So this item is Helmet Lang is the brand. And it is oh my word, it's so cute. It is like a layered jumpsuit, and it's just cotton, like, I believe it's cropped, like a jogger kind of style. It's very cute. I did not know what Helmet Lang is, but apparently it is a high-end brand. I probably could have gotten more money for this, but it did sell in my 40% off sale for $38.48. After fees and shipping, my profit my profit is $26.05, which I am very happy with. I found this at a Salvation Army church rummage sale not that long ago. And my average cost of goods, it was like a bag sale. My average cost of goods was 41 cents. So I love when my cost of goods is that low and my profit is that high. I will link that rummage sale haul because it was good. I found this romper thing at a local consignment sale that I go to every year, and I love it. I actually have a haul for that as well, and I'll link it up here. Again, you can watch later on if you are interested. This did not sell nearly as well as I would have liked it to. Again, it wasn't listed long and it sold for 40% off, and I think I could have made a little more money on it. It was unbranded, but it was 100% cotton and an extra large. So those two things I thought had very good potential. It did sell for $12.23. Again, if I should have done my 40% off sale differently. Lessons learned. I'm learning. This is a whole learning process for me. So after fees and shipping, and my cost of goods on this item was $1.25. So my profit is only $4.14. Now, I can get a coffee with that. A small one, but still, I will take the $4. But that, I'm not always great at comping things, and I'm so new at this that my instinct isn't always as good. Again, I do think I could have gotten more had I waited a little longer, but it sold real quick once I hit the go button on my sale. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren shirt, and it's like a blue gingham polo shirt. I'm not going to completely unfold it because it was folded very nicely. I bought this at my favorite thrift store for 56 cents. The buyer paid $15.90 for it, so after fees and shipping, my profit is $8.53. I'm really trying hard to get my profit to over $10, and I'm getting there. I'm getting there. These are some American Eagle shorts. They're just little khaki shorts, kind of nondescript if you ask me, but I found 4 of these at a time at my favorite thrift store. I paid 71 cents each for them. That was my average cost of goods that day. And the buyer paid $10.90. After fees and shipping, my profit is $4.13. This is a Levi's Plaid Button Up. I bought it at the bins, the Goodwill outlet, for $1.70. The buyer paid $10.95. So after fees and shipping, my profit is a whole $3.14. Not the best, but I'm learning. The last thing that sold is this little Scentsy Buddy monkey. I bought him at that consignment store. It's the children's consignment store, so I found way too much stuffed animals, but that's a whole nother story. I paid $1.42 for him, and he sold for $11.93. After fees and shipping, my profit was $4.01. Again, he is something that I had just listed, so I probably would not have put him in my 40% off sale. I'm learning. This is a huge theme. I think he's gonna fit in my blue poly mailer. I'm gonna try. I wasn't gonna tell you about this last thing because it was from a few days ago. I just forgot to box it up, and so I don't have the information. Actually, wait a minute. I might. Yeah, I found these. They sold for $10.40, and my profit is $4.67. I found a completely clothed Build-A-Bear. Those are Build-A-Bear shoes. I should have said that. I found a completely clothed Build-A-Bear for, I believe, $2. I think my daughter found it at a thrift store a while ago. I don't know what I'm doing. So I pick up Build-A-Bear way too often. She was really excited about this one. I listed it just as it was, completely clothed. And it did nothing for a few months. And then I heard somewhere to sell them separately, that you might get more money for them. And so I took the Build-A-Bear apart. I didn't really take it apart. I took his clothes off. That just sounds weird. And sold. I have now sold the bear, the outfit, and the shoes all separately for way more than I had it listed for, you know, for the whole complete bear. I wish I could tell you off the top of my head how much, but I would say my profit was at least $20 on that bear with a $2 investment just by taking his clothes off and selling them separately. So I have done that since then with other Build-A-Bear, and I have way too many Build-A-Bear, but a few little outfits. And I think, you know, when you're paying the same price for the bear and the outfit, might as well take them apart and get multiple monies out of them, right? That is all for my shipping. I'm going to take just a quick second and clean up, and then we'll chat about my numbers. I'm not sure that I ever actually introduced myself. If I didn't, my name's Jen, and I'm fairly new at reselling. April was my 7th full month reselling on eBay, and I'm doing this part-time. I'm a full-time mom, homeschool mom. I have a couple other little part-time side gigs that take a little bit of my time. I'm really just doing this to have a little bit of extra side income for our family, to help out with things like dance class and, you know, just the extra stuff that comes along with having 4 kids and living life. My goal is to make $1,000 a month, and I have done that since January. No, I've done that since December, and I've changed things a little bit in my goals. One, because that's just kind of how I am. I get a little excited about things, and once I've hit something, I want to make it better. But also, if I'm making $1,000 in profit, I want to be putting at least 25% of it separate aside for paying taxes, because it is taxable income. And then I want to be putting a significant portion back into my business. Now, when I say significant, I'm trying to go 25%. And then I would like to put 50% into my family. So really, when I say I want to make $1,000 a month, I really want to be making $2,000 a month so that I can put $1,000 into my family's budget, $500 back into my business, and $500 into tax savings. Now, I don't know, since this is my first time really doing this, I don't know how much I will actually need for taxes, and I do intend fairly soon to have a conversation with a tax professional, just seeing how I will probably be hitting about $20,000 in profit from reselling this year. So I think it's important to do that. I am certainly no tax expert, so please don't take your information from me other than talk to a tax expert. That is really good. That's really good advice, if I do say so myself. In the beginning of March, I told you a little bit about my February numbers, and that I started at the beginning. So if you want to check that out, I will link that video here, and then you can watch that when you're finished with this one if you want. So for now, I'm just going to tell you that I'm a little frustrated with April. February was amazing, and I really thought it was just going to keep going up from there, and it hasn't. And there's two big reasons why, and I will tell you those reasons in a second. In January, I sold 101 items, and my total profit that month was $1,477.22. That's pretty good. In February, I did even better and sold 127 items, and my total profit that month was $1,708.58. That was really, really good. In March, I did okay, but I did go down a little bit. I sold 124 items for a total profit of $1,542.83. So April, I did go on vacation. I ran a couple sales, big sales really, and my profit was only $1,332.99. Now, like I said, I am trying to get to $2,000 a month in profit. My total sales for April was $2,651.82. A huge piece is that the cost per item has gone down almost $7 between January and April. In January, my average cost per item that the buyer paid was $28.05. It has gone down $26.18 in February, $23.77 in March, and in April, $21.39. Now that equates to a profit of about $11.42 per item, which is great. That just means I need to sell more items. The problem is, okay, so two problems. The first problem is that my average cost per item went down. When I say cost, I mean the cost for the buyer, not for me. The cost for the buyer went down. I went back to January and was like, what was I doing that my profit was so high in January? And I had found a ton of vintage Oshkosh and that I was selling things for $50, for $70, a lot of items like that. And I'm just not finding those anymore. And the ones that I have sold. So I'm just not finding those higher priced items anymore. And the other thing is I ran out of space. So prior to January and through January and a little bit through February, I was listing a lot, like 10 items a day of new items. Well, in I think mid-February, I started only listing 5 new items a day because I did not have the space. I ran out of space. My inventory is all shoved in my closet. I do have something new coming soon. So you want to subscribe if you are interested in what my little secret is. It's a good one. It's a really good one. It involves my husband and power tools. So you'll want to stick around for that. But through April, through March, I just didn't have the space to have more inventory. And so I think I just kind of stagnated. So I want to be able to list more, and I want to be able to find higher items. I'm going to push for that. I really am going to push for that in May, and we'll see what happens. I'm hoping. I want to encourage you, as I also kind of have a pep talk for myself. It's so easy, for me at least, to get so caught up in what is happening with other people and how other people are running their business and the profit they're seeing. If you're like me and you watch a lot of YouTube videos, and there's a lot of really great resellers out there that I am gaining so much from. But sometimes it's a little discouraging when I hear that, you know, they've made $1,000 in 1 week or $4,000 in 1 week, or their average sale price or their average sale price is in the 40s. Or, you know, maybe they live in like Los Angeles or someplace where they can source just amazing things quite easily. I live in a small town in the Midwest. Now, my favorite thrift store is wonderful because I can get stuff for under $1 very consistently. But I'm not finding high-end things there very often. Now, I have found some high-end things there, and that's wonderful, but it doesn't happen every time, and it's certainly not multiple things per time. So it's hard to not get discouraged, but I do want to encourage you, especially if you're new. Here's the other thing. I'm brand new. I've only been doing this for 7 months. So for 7 months in, $1,300 is a pretty good, it's pretty good. I'm not sad about it. I'm ready for more, especially since it's gone down, you know, since February. My profit has gone down since February. I'm ready for it to go up again. So I also hear a lot about summer slowdown. So just kind of taking all these things in stride and realizing that I need to look at it over a calendar year, and I've not hit a calendar year yet. I hope you're understanding me and hearing my heart, and just I hope that you're feeling a little bit encouraged when you hear my numbers and you're like, oh, okay, so I don't have to make a couple $1,000s a week to feel like I'm successful at this, because you know what? I really do feel like I have been successful so far. So I think that's it. Thanks for sticking around through my rambling, and let me know, how did your April turn out? Did you have a good month? Bad month? I'm hearing all sorts of crazy things. So let me know how your April went down in the comments, and we can have a chat. And thanks so much for hanging out with me. If you've enjoyed today's video, please give me a like, a thumbs up. You can subscribe right here and check out another video right here. I upload videos on Wednesday, just kind of telling about my reselling journey, similar to this. So thanks again for hanging out, and I will see you soon.